Your Excellencies, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I'm sincerely sorry that I couldn't be with you today to thank you for this tremendous honor. As you probably know by now, my team and I are currently in Singapore on the first leg of our international roadshow, which will take us from the gateway to Asia to the towering financial centers of the West. Whilst I'm deeply humbled by this award and the recognition ascribed to it, I cannot in good faith accept it without dedicating it to the 300 talented members of my organization who have made it a privilege for me to come to work every morning. It's only because of their commitment, unwavering efforts, and active corporate citizenship that we have had many achievements that we can be proud of since I started my mandate as CEO more than 2 years ago. For the sake of brevity, I will cover 3 key achievements that we believe will set the stage for our future evolution. Over the last 2 years, significant efforts have been exerted to ensure internal and external readiness to facilitate the qualified foreign investor framework, which, with time, will allow us to transform from a largely local platform to a truly international exchange. This elevates both our global standing and our opportunity set, but also brings us into direct competition with our international peers and positions us under the global spotlight. Over the longer run, we expect the impact of this framework on our capital market to be profound, especially in terms of fostering enhanced reporting, investor relations, and corporate governance practices, which we hope will be the result of higher levels of shareholder activism. The framework will also allow us to attract a more diversified and sophisticated institutional investor base with longer-term investment horizons. Foreign participation is also expected to accelerate our adoption of more advanced market infrastructure and promote broader and more sophisticated research coverage of our listed companies, amongst many other expected benefits. After 2 years of concerted and diligent efforts across the organization, we are also very excited to have recently deployed our new Extreme iNet trading platform, which will not only enable us to develop and launch new asset classes, markets, and services, but it will also allow us to enhance customer experience by extending more sophisticated order features, risk management tools, and lower latency execution cycles. Indeed, we now have a platform that an exchange and an economy of this global importance truly deserves. Finally, and in our continuing effort to foster a progressive, transparent, and professional culture within the organization, we realize that our people are at the very heart of everything we do. So that despite the various restructurings that have taken place over the last 2 years to ensure that we have the right vessel to execute on our future plans, and notwithstanding the various leadership changes enacted in the company over the same period, I am extremely proud to report that our employee value proposition has improved by 40% over this period, which is both encouraging and exceptional, particularly at a time of significant change across the organization. As for the future, and together with my colleagues, we have now embarked on a new and exciting journey for the Saudi Stock Exchange and the Saudi capital market as a whole. There is no doubt that the road ahead will be riddled with a number of difficult challenges, but with God's grace, it will see us redefine ourselves, our culture, and our identity. It will see us transform into a publicly listed company. It will see us strengthen our capabilities and our delivery, both organically and inorganically. And it will also see us expand our reach regionally and internationally to truly become a multi-product, multi-market, multi-client platform offering integrated end-to-end solutions to our clients wherever they may be. I'm very excited about this new chapter in our continuing story, and so are my fellow journeymen and women who understand that what we do for our nation and for the welfare of our economic development and sustainability. Indeed, we believe that the value for the exchange, as emphasized by our strategic position in the national economy, is defined by the trust we earn from upholding the integrity and reliability of our market, the innovation we aspire to in developing market infrastructure, management processes, and in the design and delivery of our products and services, and finally for the excellence we strive for across all customer value streams. Today, the Saudi Stock Exchange operates the 21st largest stock market amongst its member peers in the World Federation of Exchanges, with a total market capitalization of $444 billion and annual market turnover of $483 billion. These characteristics have positioned our stock market as the largest, deepest, and most liquid in the Middle East and North Africa. Despite these characteristics, however, we continue to face a number of significant challenges that we must resolutely work to overcome. Since 2010, our national economy has grown at 5.4% CAGR, fueled by significant expenditure on education, healthcare, and infrastructure, which together comprise close to 50% of total government spending on average. Private sector contribution in the national economy has also continued to grow at a faster rate of 6.5% CAGR over the same period, rising from 37.7% in 2010 to comprise 39.5% of real GDP by the end of 2014. Nevertheless, recent conditions in the international oil markets and the global economy as a whole are expected to weigh on the kingdom's revenues. However, peaks and more critically troughs are not only natural, they are also important and necessary. Such cycles test the resilience of economies, allow for the identification of policy strengths and weaknesses, and ultimately lead to the formulation of more sustainable and reflective economic strategies. The word contagion has been frequently used to describe economic toxicity moving from one nation body to another. This descriptor has become obsolete in recent times, as the new global realities suggest that the world is no longer a number of disparate, insulated economies that move independently of each other, but rather a heavily interconnected and fluid, though often dysfunctional, single ecosystem. From this context, the kingdom is and will continue to be a principal artery supplying the necessary lifeblood to the world's economies, and cannot therefore be evaluated in isolation of the global context. Consequently, when local economic conditions waver, it is a simple sign that the global body is not as healthy as we would all like it to be. I am nevertheless confident that the significant investments we will be making over the next 5 years, combined with the prevailing policy dynamics and planned financial and market development initiatives, will see the kingdom emerge to take its place as the natural regional hub of capital formation and the destination of choice for regional and international capital flows. In closing, I would like to thank Global Investor for their consideration and recognition, and I hope I can live up to this title. I cannot nevertheless accept any honor without mentioning my two beautiful children, Jude and Fahad, devoid of whom my life loses meaning. You are my inspiration, you are my happiness, you are my heroes. I love you. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning.